welcome to Sharing with Amit. This is a YouTube platform where I get to ask you a few questions, and if you wish, you can also ask me some questions. Most welcome. Today, we're addressing a very important question pertaining to examinations. Do you make strategy for exams? Let me help you with the way I used to really prepare for examinations. I used to follow the recipe of 3 R's. Yes, this is the recipe of 3 R's. First R, register. Second, retain. Third, recall. Let me talk about the first R first, register. So whenever I study, it's very important that I'm conscious of what's happening around. Only then will I register. Second, very essential that you have listening skills. Listen well and it will register. Example, and teachers and parents can actually practice that for their students in a class. Just tell your class students or anywhere you are not to turn their heads and ask them, raise hand, how many of you believe that within the 4 walls of that room there is a fire extinguisher? Trust me, a few students will raise hands, and then just see whether there is one or not. So if there isn't any, you still have few raising hands, and if there is one, you have still who have not raised hands. So how come when I enter into the same room, building every day, I do not notice a thing as important as a fire extinguisher? Because I'm not conscious in my observation of the things in the environment. So to learn, it's very essential that it registers. And for that, you need to be conscious of the things around. Second, curiosity. Ask a lot of questions. Whenever there is a topic, ask a lot of questions, and that will help you to register the content. So I hope you've got some sense of the first R. Let me quickly move to the second R, retain. Now, having understood or registered the concept, how do I retain? Now, if I were to ask you, name the 7 rainbow colors, you recall it because you've been able to retain as Vibgyor: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Similarly, if I were to ask you, can you name the 6 Mughal emperors? Badshah, B for Babur, H for Humayun, A Akbar, J Jahangir, S Shahjahan, and the other A for Aurangzeb. Now you must be wondering, there are 2 A's. How do we remember the first one is Akbar? Just remember that the first one is Akbar. And remember Badshah. And see, you'll never make mistakes as to who ruled the Mughal dynasty in that chronology. So retention is about anecdotes, mnemonics. You have to memorize some part of your content, and that is where you have visual memory and you have auditory memory. An example of the auditory memory: if I were to ask you, tell me the table of 19, 15, 6, how do students remember? Do ekam do, do duni char. There is an auditory memory. So you can make a music out of it, you can just have a flow to it. This is how you retain. The third R is recall. Whatever has been registered, whatever has been retained, ultimately it has to be produced on the D-Day on the answer sheet. So to recall, very essential that you practice writing. I've observed a lot of students knowing it, but they've never practiced writing, and therefore they may struggle even though they did work hard the entire year. Make sure you practice writing. In recall, it's important to start applying the knowledge that you've gathered. I'll share a joke with you. एक बार एक छोटा बच्चा अपनी माँ के पास जाता है और उसकी माँ ड्रेसिंग टेबल पर अपने बाल संवार रही होती है. तो बालों में 1-2 बाल वाइट भी होते हैं. तो छोटा बच्चा अपनी माँ से कहता है, माँ आपके 2-3 बाल वाइट हैं, मुझे आपके वाइट बाल बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं, काले घने बाल ही अच्छे लगते हैं, आपके बाल वाइट कैसे हो गए? तो माँ थोड़ा सा उसको डांटते हुए कहती है कि देख, तू बहुत शरारती है, तू बहुत नॉटी है, तू इतनी शरारत करता है इसलिए मेरे बाल सफ़ेद हैं, तू शरारत मत किया कर. तो थोड़ी देर खामोश रहने के बाद वो बच्चा कहता है, अब मैं समझा कि नानी के सारे बाल सफ़ेद क्यों हैं. तो इसलिए रिकॉल के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जो भी आपने रजिस्टर किया है, रिटेन किया है, उसे आप रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में अप्लाई करें. Another important factor for ensuring a good recall on the D-Day is mental health. कई बार स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं that you went to the exam and I went completely blank. वहाँ रेसिपी क्या होगी कि आप के पास 3 घंटे एग्जाम देने के लिए आप चंद मिनट आराम से ब्रेक ले सकते हैं. आपको कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, कुछ घबराने की बात नहीं. आप आंसर शीट बंद कर दें, पेन बंद कर दें, आंखें बंद कर दें, सांसें चलने दें, और आप देखेंगे 1-2 मिनट के बाद the moment you are more relaxed, you will be able to recall. Now, why does it happen? Why does it happen? Because all the learning happened in a calm environment. So the coding happened in a certain calm environment. The decoding of that learning will also happen in the calm environment. The moment you are calm, you will recall. So I hope this 3R recipe of register, retain and recall will help you score more marks. Remember, smile more to score more. All the best.